Since I got married, my wife has always been my next of kin.
My mother, Deaconess Grace Clay to say CN, will never ever betray me. So she will be my next of kin.
The term next of kin is something we've all come across, whether while opening a bank account, applying for jobs, or filling out hospital forms. But beyond just writing down a name, the idea of a next of kin carries real weight. This is the person who may be contacted in times of emergency, the one who could be responsible for vital decisions regarding your well-being or even your estate. So the big question is, who should truly hold that position? Should it be a parent, a spouse, a sibling, or simply the person you trust the most, regardless of blood relation? On today's edition of People Talk, Vanguard Life hits the streets to hear what Nigerians have to say.
To me, I will look at it from two different perspectives. From the family perspective, that is, if you have been married, if you are married, and it also depends. But as a married man, I think your wife, or let me say my wife, me being a married man, my wife has always, since I got married, my wife has always been my next of kin. But again, it still depends on the kind of relationship I and my wife keeps. If she's submissive, if she's good, there is no big deal why I cannot make her my next of kin, even as a signatory to my account. But if she's the other way around, I would rather go with my children. And in a case where my children are still very young, I would rather go with a blood, maybe my sister, my brother, or anybody from my own personal family. So that is what I can actually say about that.
My son and my daughter, of course. In fact, my son. The reason is this. There are times I put my wife as my next of kin. Because there are some situations like, you see, in this life, there are a lot of diversities. And so, for instance, maybe if I want to travel, I want to go somewhere that I'll come back. You know, this one is just what we call something that's not deep. Like maybe we call it in case of emergency, ice or something like that. You know, I can put my wife because she's always at home. But in terms of maybe my business, or I'm involved in a very big business that involves money or anything, my children will always be my next of kin. Most especially my first son, for that matter. It's always my next of kin. And the reason is that a lot of things we've seen in this life, every day we learn. Most especially this media life, that you experience things every day. You discover that most of the times when you put your wife as next of kin, most of the time those men, they don't live long. Most especially when you are very, very rich. When you are rich, the woman know that anytime you leave now that she will inherit those properties. So most of the times, I'm not saying all the time, but like 80%, most of those women always want you to go first before them.
No other person than my beloved mom. She's the best. She has my interest at heart. She's my best friend. She's my best. She can't betray me. My mother, Deaconess Grace Clay to say CN, will never ever betray me. So she will be my next of kin. In this life or in the next life, if at all she's gonna be my mom, I will still choose her. My children, I can't. Haven't you seen a lot of children that are selling their parents' properties? I know I'm a struggling woman. I'm a businesswoman. I know how I managed to have my 1,000. So I can't give it to a child that will end up selling it. So I choose my mom. If my mom is going to sell any of my property, she's going to invest in something bigger than what I gave to her. So I choose my mom.
Now my baby, now my kid, my firstborn. I name I dey for bank another place. The reason why, if I put my brother there, maybe for my brother come marry wife for now, a wife go tell her say no matter your brother, after I don't pay me, my pikin go still remain useless. But if I say make my pikin take him now, if my pikin and my wife now, they feel they holler for my behalf. So that is why I want make them take care of my things. So why I don't choose my wife is that when my wife, maybe if anything happen to me now, I can't pay me, I can't die now. The person when go the next person to my wife, the day of my funeral, and I get they love my wife, say it's okay, baby, it's okay. na my wife go come carry all my property give, so that one can no work. If I come give my parent now, my mama or my papa now, that one good o, but everyone look after your own generation. My papa generation, whatever I can give to them, I give to them, but my generation, my first son, what? Destiny.